Hey, what's going on? And welcome back to my video. Today I'll be going over my top 10 Kirby copy abilities. Now, ever since Kirby Adventure, not the first Kirby game, Kirby has had the ability to steal the powers of the enemies he fights. And that's led to there being very many different powers, because every game tries to introduce a couple, and even though they're taken away as time goes on, they still existed, so every power ever created is allowed on this list. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Number 10 is ESP. Now, ESP is really fun. The way you can teleport quickly, that's really fun, the teleporting. Where, like, if you're running and then you use the attack button, you just teleport forward. And it's great because where you teleport does damage, so you don't have to worry about teleporting into an enemy, because they'll kill them probably. And the basic attack, where you just kind of stand still and you control the ball of plasma, I guess. I'm not really sure how to describe it. But it's really fun to use. You can just hit things through walls and stuff. The only reason it's lower down on this list is because you're almost always stationary with the plasma, because you just kind of freeze in midair. And that makes it a little less fun. But the teleportation definitely makes up for it, so that's why it's number 10. Okay, let's move on to number 9, Wing. I really like Wing. It's sort of everything I like about Jet, but better. Because Wing is really fun to, like, fly around with, because it's faster to fly. Basically, it makes sense since he gets wings. Since Kirby, like, puffs up to fly, and it's really slow, to be honest, I try to avoid using it unless I absolutely have to in playing Kirby games, because it sort of breaks the flow. But with Wing, you just sort of keep jumping, and that makes it a lot more fun to use, because you're just flying around, shooting the wing feathers, and then you can dash forward. And there's a lot of other more complex moves. To be honest, that's all I do, because it lets me keep running, and I build up the momentum, and I just keep going without having to stop to use the flow at any time. And the dashing also helps with that. The only thing I don't really like about this ability is that the feather shoot, which it halts all the momentum every other part of it builds up. So that really is the only thing I don't like about it. And I also love Wing ability, because it's really close to home, seeing as I am a pigeon, and I do have wings. Let's move on to number 8, Ice. I really like Ice. It's a combination of the freeze ability and the ice skating abilities from real older games, and they came together to form Ice. And it really took the best parts of both. The ice skating aspect of it, which comes from the obviously named ice skating ability, is really fun because it makes you faster. You're starting to see what I enjoy in this. I like the movement-based stuff. And and it has like a dash attack, best way to put it. I don't know if I'm just using Smash terminology, because, well, it's really similar, made by the same guy. So, and like his dash attack, where he just kind of like slides across, freezing people, is really great. And it's just fun to freeze people and throw them into other things. And also the puzzles that come in, where you need to like freeze the fire. It's fun. Okay, moving on, we're gonna go to Spear. Now, I always liked Spear, mostly because in Triple Deluxe, it's one of the few abilities that works underwater, and that was fun to me, being able to use an ability underwater, not having to deal with the bubble spitting stuff. It's also used by Bandana Waddle. Bandana Waddle for Smash. Bandana Waddle is amazing. He's great. And he's not in Smash. This is just turning into Bandana Waddle for Smash. But why is he not in Smash Bros? Okay, anyway. Let's move on. And it's just fun to use. Like, to be honest, I feel like I might be mixing up Bandana Waddle's abilities and Spear abilities. They're basically the same, though. With, like, the helicopter is really fun. Yeah, the helicopter, where you spin it around really fast, the spears, and then just you fly away. That's really fun to do. Even though it probably takes longer than just flying, it's way more fun. Number 6. I need to count because I messed up. Okay, number 6 is Poison. Now, Poison's really fun. And it's sort of, I like the poison aspect, obviously. It's fun for boss fights, where you just kind of leave poison everywhere, and while the boss is jumping everywhere, they take damage every time. And really, I don't know what to say about this without cutting into the next one. Keep going to number 5, which is Water. Now, Poison and Water are extremely similar abilities. Like, in my opinion, basically the same thing. But only that Poison has the poison part. And that's what I like both their play styles. So that's why they're right next to each other here. I just like water a little more because I feel like it's more fun to use the water. That's really it. Like, it's more fun to use the water. I'm pretty sure the spitting attack is only in water, and that's fun to use. One of my favorite attacks that the ability has. Okay, keep going, which is basically the same. Like, we'll keep moving on from these two that are basically at the same ranking to number 4, Beetle. Beetle's really fun. It has a sort of different jumping, flying animation, which makes it faster, and I like that. But it's also nice because beetles have horns, obviously, and they can use that to grab enemies and then throw them at other enemies and just put it all together, and it's really fun. Like, and the down thrust you can do, it's starting to get into the abilities I really love, and Beetle's one of them. And it's just the dash attack is fun too. You just kind of spread your horn out and then just go super fast. Let's move on to Staff now. Staff is amazing. It's my favorite newly added ability in Star Allies. It's just so fun. It's also really useful the way you can just sort of jump around on it, like pogo on it, and then get above the boss and it's just keep hitting it with that flurry of attacks. It's really fun to use. Let's move on to number 2, Ninja. Ninja is actually used to be my favorite ability, but while I was making that list, I realized that there was one ability I liked more. Ninja is really fun with all the uses the sword, the throwing stars, and another great thing about it is like all the different combos you can do with it. Because there's just one like button combination you can do where like you explode into flower petals and it hurts everyone near you. And that's really cool to use, and it's just a really fun ability to use. It's the best way to describe it. Now we're gonna go on to number 1, which is Sword. Sword it's the most basic ability, so I think that's probably why it went off my radar. But that's what makes it the most fun. Especially, I'm gonna say it, the combinations in Star Allies. I wasn't gonna count them, but although I love Sword by itself, but Wind Sword is really fun because the up thrust where you go up on the screen, where you slash up and you go up a little. It just makes you basically fly, and that's really fun. Just keep doing it on like an enemy that's higher up. And it's also a reference to Zelda, and that's cool. I like Zelda, so that's what makes it really cool. And it's fun. It's simple. It can hit, and it fits almost every situation. Unlike the other ones, are a lot more situational. Okay, guys, be sure to comment down below what your favorite Kirby copy ability is. And be sure to like as well. And make sure you subscribe. Because I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers. Because when I hit 100 subscribers, I'll be able to get a custom YouTube URL. And the thing that's cool about that is make it a lot easier for people to find my channel. So be sure to subscribe to help me reach that goal. Okay, stay cool.